Hey there, everyone. It's Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach. How's everyone doing? So, listen, I just figured I wanted to step back in to our community. I know I've been gone for a little bit, and a lot of that has to do with my business. And it's a great opportunity to reconnect. So, one of the things I certainly want to make sure is that um, we are thinking about what we're doing next, what's on your minds, and how might I be able to help you in the context of content marketing strategies, the reason why you joined this community. So, to give a quick recap for those of you who are a little newer to our community, I want to say welcome to each and every one of you. One of the things that's really critical and important to understand when it comes to your business is how can you get in front of your right audience so that you can make the necessary connections with them. And one of the things I've probably learned most in the past, I don't know, I've been at this for quite some time, several years, is that we sometimes go into our business with one mindset. And then, you know, if you are flexible and you understand the market, you have to be flexible and nimble enough to make certain pivots so that you can better meet your ideal customer where they are. And so that's something that if you are hard and set on doing your business a certain way and you're with a certain group of people, but you're not getting the results, then something's not working, right? So, is it the target audience? Is it your product or your service? Is it you? Or is it some combination of those that we need to tweak? And part of being in entrepreneurship is an ability to know and understand who you are, who you are serving, and then the in between is how did we get that done? And a lot of that just takes a little bit of finessing over time. It's not something that's going to come at you perfect. And if that's something you don't clearly understand but want to, then certainly connect with me online, direct message me, and we can have that conversation because I think it's a really good one to have. I've over the years, and I have two businesses. I over the years have made many different pivots or shifts or in leaps, if you would, in some instances because I um, want to meet the needs of an intended audience, and I use the word intended intentionally. And the reason for that is we intend to do things even with the best research that we may have gone after. And even when we've had that bit of information in that research and we've done all the deep dives and we create the content and we create these funnels that are going to get us there. If they're not working or they only work to a certain degree, we've got to go back to the table and figure out what to do differently. And a lot of people aren't willing to take that extra step because it requires work. And then they see it as a point of failure. And it's not. We are self sabotaging ourselves when we don't recognize that things are going to go wrong, but are you prepared to do the right things to make it right? And that's what's necessary in these for this, for your business itself. Sorry, I can't get this to go down. So sorry about that. Anyway, so that's kind of where my head is today. I recognize that for my uh, second business that I have, that it is a very fluid business. And the reason why I call it fluid is because there are industry norms, if you would, right? Because I do stuff that's inside of K 12. And so there are industry norms that are going to be necessary for me to make necessary moves and pivots from time to time, just out of the nature of the beast, right? So you have to know your industry. There are certain things that you can do, can't do, won't do, because of the type of industries that you are operating within, right? So there's certain, and then for instance, and then there's certain seasonality pieces, right? So I have several clients who use this term that I, again, put into this bucket of self sabotage in a way, because they use this term, well, it's slow season. Okay, it might be a slow season, but that's not a reason for you to just kind of, what I use the term is, admire the problem. What are you going to do differently knowing? So you've been at this business for quite some time, right? And you know summer behavior with your customers is different than your spring and your fall and your winter. And if you know that your data is telling you that you don't get the customers coming in routinely as they normally would because it's summer, what are you going to do differently in the summer so that you don't have lows in your numbers? What will you do differently? Right? See, for me in my industry, summer is peak. Why? Because people like to go to professional development and go to training and run summer programs, things like that, right? So, summer for my industry is a good time, right? However, that means you have to be forward thinking, like in February and March, about what's going to happen in the summer. So, what are you doing differently? How are you prepared for those seasonal lows, if you would? Do you have seasonal lows? And if you do, share those in the comments. I'd love to hear what are your seasonal lows and what are your seasonal highs? And how do you operate your business differently because of those types of conditions, right? What can we do differently? And that all goes back to planning, right? Now, I will confess, when I stepped into my other business to perform some duties, right? I had all intentions to be able to do some things online, and I wanted to do those things live. However, given where I was geographically, I had a lot of hindrances, and it really um, made what I was looking to do. I wasn't able to do it. Right, it just wasn't going to happen. I was in a very rural place. Right, so again, what could I have done differently, making those different types of making those decisions? So I say that to say we are in July. We are in July. We are in the halfway mark. We've got 6 more months in this business year. So for some of us, we're going to do a reset. This is, you have permission to do whatever you want. You're the boss, right? So you need to self-reflect and think about, okay, it's July. I've done these things for the past 6 months. What were they? What worked? What didn't work? And then the triangle, as we like to talk when we talk in change management terms, right? The delta. What will we do differently? What will be the change? What will be your change, given what you know for the last 6 months? Because it's going to be that change factor that can make all the difference for you, right? So I know I'll share with you some of the things that I'm looking to change, and it's going to affect this community. So, for instance, I'm really, because of the coaching that I get from my coach and the conversations that we've had, um, we're finding out that yes, my framework is working. I'm able to integrate these ecosystems, so these systems, and help my clients. So we know that the ecosystem is a good framework. We recognize that one of the things too that's been really powerful for my business is that word of mouth. I get lots of good referrals, and I get good referrals because I deliver. on my promise. And my promise is to help you and others use content marketing strategies to grow their business. And I'm helping people to do just that. And so, with that being said, some of the things that we've been working, and I say we because I do have a team that is helping to do several different tasks. I won't get into all those details, but I still want to stay, I'm still staying in the content marketing arena, right? It's something I enjoy doing, and it's also something that I know from a need is still out there. People are still starting their businesses each and every day. People are staying in their business each and every day. Some people are starting from a side gig and some are going full on. A lot of people are just leaving where they used to work because they don't want to do it anymore and they want to be able to take their talents and do something else. And it should be that something else that is you're solving a problem for someone else, right? That's the whole basis of starting a business. All right. One of the great things that I'm really excited about, and I'm hope to be able to bring back more to you. I'm not going to do it right now, but our tool um, chest, if you would, toolbox is going to be enhanced, and that's going to be a real focus for me in how I can help you with your business. So the ecosystem with the Keep It Simple coach ecosystem, we are attaching tools to each one of the individualized systems themselves. And we're going to be bringing those to you. And how is it that you can utilize those tools and along with the strategies? You don't have to have the tools, but the tools are going to make it even more powerful. And that's one of the things that I'm looking to do. So the improved toolbox is coming out. So we're going to be really excited about that. Um, and then our learning events are going to be taking a different twist. And what I mean by that is they will not be live here. Sometimes they will. There's one for July that's going to be that way. But our learning events are going to be changing up quite a bit. So you'll hear a little bit about how do we make that happen. So how can you strengthen your knowledge and your skills so that you can be better at facilitating content marketing for your individual businesses. And then let me make sure. One of the things I'm really excited about is about, and this is what I'm also working with on my clients. And it kind of, I want to say it fits inside of, it kind of fits inside of all of these, but I really think it's a underpinning component, if you would, and that is referrals and loyalty programs. And I'm really excited about what I've been working on recently and how you can take advantage of such a resource because I think it's important. And not all technology is bad technology, but sometimes old fashioned or old technology or old methodologies still are working and are powerful. And so sometimes you just can't let go of the old, and nor should you. There's a room, I think there's room for everything. So, anyway, I say all that to say, um, word of mouth marketing along with content marketing um, are powerful duos, if you would. So there's that. So I would like to hear from you guys, if you would be so kind as to let me know, right, we're in July. If there was one thing that you could improve that could take a 50% improvement in your business, if you were to get that wish today, that would make you 100% more happier, but 50% more improved, what is that? What is the one thing that could make a difference for you right now in your business? Let me know in the comments. Share your thoughts about what is the one thing that's kind of really nagging at you, if you would, and how can I be of service to you in this community? It is Christmas in July, so that means you're going to be getting little gifts from me via email. So make sure that you are opening up your emails each and every day. And I'm not giving out gifts every day, but I am emailing every day. And so, but I have gifts and surprises that are kind of sprinkled inside, if you would. And some of that will go inside of here as well. So look for more information coming to you real soon. I certainly want to appreciate each and every one of you for being in the membership. If what I've shared for you is not aligning with who you are and what you're doing right now with your business, I certainly understand it. this group is no longer for you, then I certainly want you to leave the group because it doesn't make sense for you to stay in a group. So do that. But we're looking to be growing because the tools and the resources are going to be part of a new strategy, if you would, and how I am also helping people along the way. So it's great to see you online and know that you are being thought of. And so I look forward to working with you inside of this space. Please let me know how it is that I can help you. And then again, what is content marketing and which one of these six are an area that is really kind of gnawing at you right now that I could help in being able to provide the service. So we're going to be hitting on each one of these throughout the month. Um, so you will be able to gain some insights and help to put your strategies in place. Because again, before you know it, it's going to be the end of the year and no surprises. So this is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach. Let's get busy. Take care.